everybody, welcome to The Colors of Beauty by Elle. I'm Isabelle. Welcome back, you guys. I thought I would do a get ready with me video real quick. I am getting ready actually to go to lunch with my grandson. Yay! My grandson is he is in the military. He is he's a Marine, and so I'm gonna go. He called to see if he wanted to go to lunch with him, and I was like, oh my gosh. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm getting ready to go on my date with my handsome Marine. I'm using the Wonder Brow, and so he is like so awesome. And I'm just gonna go right here. Sorry, I have my mirror right here. It's really, my mirror is really big, and it's got a mirror, a light. So I'm sorry if I'm like talking to you kind of sideways. Anyways, so that's exciting. He's only here for the week, for a couple days, because he got himself a Jeep, and so because he's gonna be stationed up really close here, and I don't want to say where, but close by. And so that way he can travel back and forth, without buying a ticket, because it's expensive, and he'll be stationed really, really, really close to me. So I'm excited about that. And so, yeah, so he's taking me out for birthday lunch. It's so funny because every time he calls me, I try not to cry. And you could see kind of the panic on his face. Poor guy. He's like, oh, Grandma, don't cry. Don't cry. He just doesn't know what to do with me when I cry. I'm like, I'm not going to cry, baby. I'm not going to cry. Oh, my gosh. That's hysterical. Oh. So what are you guys doing for Valentine's Day? I know that my husband and I, we're going to go pick up my mom and dad, and we're going to go take them to out for a nice early dinner. And they love Dave's barbecue. Is that Dave's barbecue? Yeah, oh my gosh. My dad loves the ribs. So, and my mom loves their ribs as well. But we're going to go there and take them there, and so they can enjoy their Valentine's meal. I'll probably pick up my mom some flowers, and and when I was a little girl, my dad, being the only girl in the family, of my brothers, my dad would always buy me a Valentine. Always, always, always. He would buy me the miniature Valentine. He'd buy my mom the really big one, and he would buy me the same one, but smaller. It was so cute all the time, every time. And he would buy me those little Valentine hearts, that say I love you and all that. He always gave me a bonus. That and then the bonus. It was so cute. I remember that. And even when after I got married, he still would buy me a Valentine, until he got retired, until he retired, and then, then he was like, okay, well, I'm gonna let Tom take over on the Valentine thing. But still, even today, though, he still tries to get me something. He's so cute. I'm such a daddy's girl. I really am. I'm 55 years old, and I'm still a daddy's girl. By the way, I already put on my makeup, my foundation. I put on the Too Faced one, and So that's what I'm wearing right now, foundation wise. And then I'm putting on this, my Wet n Wild. Anyways, he would always buy me a Valentine. Got my brushes in here. So it was always so cute, you know, and he still once in a while buys me something, you know. I'm using the Reveal palette today, just the first one from Coastal Scents, because I haven't used it in a while, so I thought I'd give it some love bites. So it was just, I don't know, I've just been very blessed with having my father and my mom. So now my husband also says, oh my gosh, there's some big shoes I gotta fill. I go, yep, you do have big shoes to fill, you know, because my dad, I plucked my eyebrows and now I have this, like, hair. You ever do that? Like, you pluck your eyebrows and then you have, anyways, whatever. It happens. So now my husband always, like, does stuff for me for Valentine's. So, but my birthday has been going really nice. Like, my husband tells me that I have a birthday season on a birthday day, because I'm always like getting stuff and from people and always like doing stuff, you know. I know the first thing that I got for my birthday, my husband, he surprised me with tickets to Jersey Boys at the theater, which I was like, oh, I love that show. That was a great show, by the way. And then we went out to fancy dinner. It was so nice. Then he got me some shoes. I got some loafers. I got black loafers. I posted them on Instagram or something, but then I really wanted the brown ones. So he knew I wanted the brown ones, so he bought me the brown ones for my as a present for my birthday too. And then let me see what I'm looking at, my colors here. See what I want. Okay, so then on my I was like, oh my gosh, you know, I really need some undergarments. So we went to get some undergarments. He bought me a bunch of undergarments for my birthday, some nice ones. And then today I'm going out with my grandson. And then I know Sunday, getting together with my kids, the rest of my kids. My phone didn't stop ringing all day on my birthday. My mom, my dad, my brothers, all my brothers, my children, my grandkids, and incidentally, I share a birthday with one of my grandsons. He turned 17, Andrew, my baby. When he was a baby, I would call him Andrew Kangaroo. I made up a song for him, and I still sing it. He's like, oh, Grandma. So he calls me on my birthday, and he says, happy birthday, Grandma. I go, happy birthday, honey. And he's like, I got my homies here. I go, okay. And he's like, and I hear him over the phone say, hey, sing happy birthday to my grandma. So I hear all these boys, you know, guys, happy birthday. It was so funny. And then I hear him in the background, like, hey, so-and-so, you're not singing. I'm not hearing you. He's like, dude, and then guy's like, dude, I'm singing. It was so funny. He was like, it was just so cute. Let's see what else I want. I want to go in with. I'm looking at these. Oh, okay. I'll go in with that one then. And then I'm just gonna go light today on the makeup. And I think I'm gonna go light. I don't know. Never know. You know, you always intend to go light, and then all of a sudden it becomes dark. Kind of. Do you ever have that happen to you guys? I'm looking over here because I don't know. It's just kind of like, no, natural. Okay. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, my grandson was saying happy birthday to me. It was so cute. But I have to tell you though, I did wake up my birthday day. I did wake up kind of melancholy. You know, it's kind of like, oh my God, I have less life to live now than I used to. And I was like, my husband, and I'm sitting there in bed, and I was like, he always brings me coffee in bed all the time when he's, you know, and when he has off or on the weekend. And he's like, what's wrong? I'm like, start crying, and I'm like, my life is almost over. He goes, Isabelle, your life's not almost over. Your family lives for a very long time. I know, but I'm not, you know, I'm over the hill now, you know, because I'm like over the hill. He goes, no, you're not. So he was trying to make me happy, and I don't know, it was kind of comical now that I think about it. At the time I was all sad, but now it's kind of funny. Oh my goodness. Let's see what other. What do I want? And then one of my friends, we were really, really close. We grew up together, and we were in the same neighborhood. Her name is Teresa. And then Teresa, she texts me, and she says, look what I found. And I'm like, oh my God. And it was a picture of her and I and her sister in the little white dresses that we did our first communion when we were around 10. I was like, oh my goodness. I'll post a picture of it right here. Isn't it cute? Oh my gosh, I love that picture. It was so funny. I remember her sister, Irma, the one, she's the one with the short hair. She was in love with that dress because she had like the angel wings, you know? You go like this and it would be like angel wings. And the whole time she was wearing that dress, like after we did our confessions and everything, and we were like, we had a little bit of a fiesta afterwards, you know, with people and stuff. She was all playing like, look at my wings, you know, and then my her sister was like, that was supposed to be my dress. I'm like, oh brother, no, they're fighting over the dress. Right after they did confession. It was funny. So the things that you know, you see and go through when you're little, you know, and you remember good times. And it was fun. It was fun when we were young. But I wish we could get together more. I wish that we could get together more. But she works and she lives so far from me and I from her. She's a lobotomist. She works at a hospital, and so that's what she does. And but she lives so far away from me, you know. And then she works, so I can't really go over there And then on the weekend, she's probably free on the weekend, you know, but then I'm always doing something on the weekend, like babysitting, or I'm doing a project with my husband or something, you know, or she goes and she visits her sister. So it's kind of hard to get together. So I'm hoping maybe we can do it again sometime, because that was fun. I took Emmett to, well, let me back up here a little bit. Emmett had a little growth on his paw right here. And so he kept eating it, you know, like, I don't know, like that. And I don't think I want that color. I put a different color. I don't think I want that one. Anyways, I took him to get it removed. And I went, and I always hate leaving my animals. I hate that. So I went there at 7 in the morning, and I told he's been going to the same animal doctor since he was a baby, since I've gotten him, since he was tiny. And his doctor left. He's not there anymore, his original doctor. So this lady is his doctor now. And I was like, oh, I hope she's just as good with him, you know, as Dr. Spitzer was. So I was like, okay, I don't want Emmett. I told the girl in the front, I don't want him in the kennel all day long. I says, if you're gonna, you know, if you can, because he's not used to being away from me. So if you can, please hurry up and do his operation first, and his procedure first, and then call me as soon as he's able to, you know, to walk. So I drop him off at 7 o'clock, and I'm thinking, okay, they probably won't call me till, like, I don't know, you know, later. But they called me at 10. So they're like, okay, Emmett's ready to go home. I'm like, what? They're like, Emmett's ready to go home. I was like, oh my gosh, okay. I was really super happy, because I'm going to put in some of this. This is my favorite right now. I'm using the CoverGirl Outlast all day. I like this stuff. Anyways, I'm looking at myself in the thing. Anyways, I go pick him up, and poor baby, he's so out of it, you know. He's like bumping into things because he's got his cone, and so I take the cone off of him, and then I just wrap his, you know, they put stitches on him, you know, the dissolving kind, but I put a wrap on it just so that he doesn't have to wear that cone, and which is fine. And I asked my husband if I could do that. My husband's a people doctor, so I called him. I'm like, can he do this? And he's like, yeah, he can do that. So that's what I did. And so he slept all day yesterday, all day. And yesterday was what, Monday? Today is Tuesday, you guys, just so you know. He slept all day yesterday. And then I was kind of getting concerned. So I woke him up, and I got him, he didn't want to drink anything or eat anything, which is like so unlike him. So I got a straw. I got a straw of water, and I put it in his mouth, in his beak. I go, honey, you need to drink some water. So he drank I gave him just maybe 3 straws of, you know, water. And then he kind of got up, stumbled a little bit, and so I took him outside to go potty, and he went pee-pee, thank goodness. Well, they did IV him, you know, so I knew he had fluids in his body, so that was good. I'm using this velvetizer. Velvet. I don't know, why can't I say that? Anyways, I took him outside. He had peed, and then this morning he woke me up barking because he needed to go. He had a what I call an Austin Power pee, where he was like peeing. I don't know if you've ever seen Austin Powers, where the guy's like standing there just going peeps, you know, and that's what he was doing. So that's good. So I knew he had enough fluid in his body from the IV. So right now he's on my bed looking at me. This stuff is awesome, you guys. I'm gonna do a think on this, a video on that, because I really love that. And so he's sleeping. This is in hula. Hula hula. Hula hula. Puts him a little bit underneath. You do this, puts him a little bit underneath. Not here, because you look like you have like hair, but you put it right underneath. And it makes your lips look plumper. So just a little trick. A trick. Okay, like this. I like this brush. Because it gets like right in there and it's really soft. And anyways, Iris was so good with him. She was like, I took her with me to drop Emmett off. And then when I came back to the car, she was crying. She was like looking out the window, crying for Emmett. I felt so bad. I was like, oh my gosh, he'll be back. Just gotta wait. He'll be back. Oh my gosh, you guys, you know what happened too? Oh my god, this video, I hope it's not too long. But I have to tell you this thing. Okay, so when I went to go pick up Emmett, when I went to go pick up E, I call him E. Sorry, I had to get this. When I went to go pick up E, I left Iris in the car, in my truck. And I had the windows down about, I don't know, just enough to get her head about like that, right? On both sides. And then, so I'm parked there in front of the vet's office. And I'm looking out the window and they're bringing me Emmett, you know, they're like, okay, he'll be right out, I'm gonna go bring him. So I was like, okay, so I'm just looking out the window, trying, you know, making sure that the girl was okay. And then I see this car park next to me, you know, and I was like, okay, you know, didn't think nothing of it because people park all, you know, people park, right? They park. So then I see this lady who tries to get her dog out from the back seat of the driver's. She parked on the side. Okay, she's trying to she's opening the door on the side that Iris was. And she was sticking her, and Iris is a barker, and she's a young pup. You know, she's still, well, she's young. You know, she's just a young doggy still. And then the lady. Hold on, I gotta get some blush. Okay, sorry about that. So then the lady, I was watching her through the window. I was actually watching to make sure that Iris wouldn't jump out of the car. And so I see this lady trying to get her dog out, and she starts yelling at my dog, like, shut up. You know, you're like getting really close to her face, like, shut up. You're bad. And Iris is just looking at her, like, and Iris is barking at her dog, not at her. Because she's, you know, she's a dog. That's what she does. You know. And I was like, okay, well, the first time I was like, well, you know, Iris needs to calm down. You know, she does. And then after the third time, the fourth time, she says that to Iris, I was pretty damn pissed off. And I have to tell you guys, I have a bad temper. I do. I know it doesn't seem like it because I'm nice. I'm a nice guy. I really am. But when you push my buttons, you know, when it comes to my animals, my kids, my husband, my familia, I have a bad temper. So I was like, okay, you know, this is getting out of control. She's, why is she, like, just get your dog out of the car and leave my dog alone. You know, and I couldn't go out there because they were, and all of this happened within a matter of like minutes, maybe second, maybe minute or so. And then she's like, she comes in, because see, I'm in the building, and then there's the parking lot right there, right? And then there's my car, my truck, and then her car next to mine, and then there's big window there you can see outside. And she comes in like, oh. So then she comes in huffing and puffing and like, oh, like so annoyed. And she's like, she looks outside and she like gives Iris this dirty look. Like Iris is a person, right? She's a dog. But she's my dog. So I was on this side of the counter. She was on that side. And so I was trying so hard not to lash out. So I said to her, I said, I'm sorry, my dog barks. That's what she does. And she looks at me like really mean. She goes, well, my dog is old and she doesn't like to be barked at. And I was like, well, I'm sorry your dog is old, but I'm not going to apologize for my dog being a young dog and barking at your dog when she's clearly not endangering you or your animal. So there was no need for you know, such hostile gestures towards my animal. And with that, she just turned around and come on, and she gets her dog and, you know, she checks in. I always do that. I always put so much of this stuff on because I forget to flick it. So I was pretty mad at the time. So the girls in the front know me because I've been taking my dogs there forever. You know? And they're like, okay, here's your dog. Here's Emmett. Okay, have a good day now, Isabelle. Thank you. Thank you. They were trying to get me out of there because they know I was pissed off at this point with this woman that was mad at my Iris. You know? So I called my husband at work, and you know, hoping that he wasn't with patients. And he answers. He goes, hello, and I go, oh. He goes, oh. And then I was telling him a story. He goes, oh God, because he knows me. He knows me. I've gotten in trouble before with people. He's like, Isabelle, please tell me you didn't get in a big argument with somebody. I'm like, well, she yelled at my toddles, like all Irish toddles. And he's like, oh my goodness. He goes, well, are you home? I go, yes. He goes, okay, well, you know, just you know, just concentrate on Emmett and he'll be, you know, everything will be fine. So I'm like, okay. So then I wasn't really over it. So I called my daughter, and my daughter's like, what? What? A stupid woman. I'm like, I know, right? I needed somebody to vent to be on my side. I'm going to put some eyeliner. I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, I thought I would just go ahead and do my hair and finish up. All I did was just do my hair and mascara, and I put on some lipstick. I put on the Chubby Stick, which is one of my faves. It's this one. I think it's a punch one or something. But anyways, you guys, I'm going to let you go at this point. Thanks for sticking around and listening to my stories and my temperament. All was good though. I came home and Emmett's doing good and everything. So you guys have yourself a beautiful, colorful day. Thank you very, very much for coming by and spending some time with me. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and follow me on my social medias down below. And I will see you in the next video. Bye. Subscribe.